This is a story of a young man who goes to visit his future bride at a farmhouse in the old country some years ago. It's a snowy night, and he's calling on his Callah, that's the future bride. He's the future husband called a Chosen. So he arrives at the farm, and it's snowing outside, but the farmer invites him in very genially and asks him to have a wonderful supper with them, and he enjoys every minute of it. And they look goggle-eyed at each other, the Chosen and Callah. And the end of the day comes, and he's preparing to go home, and his future father-in-law says, no, it's a blizzard outside. You can't go home in this. You'll get killed. He said, please, you'll stay the night. He said, but where are you going to put me? He said, well, in the kitchen. The stove is still warm there. I'll put down some heavy blankets. You'll be comfortable. Be nice. And in the morning, if it's cleared up, you can get your horse and wagon, go home. He says, all right, thank you very much. And they put him up in the kitchen. They give him heavy blankets, and the fire is still warm, and he's happy. And he goes to sleep. But in the middle of the night, he is stricken by a severe diarrhea. He's got to go. He has no choice. He gets up and he looks in this direction. If I go to the outside privy, I'm a dead man. If I go in this direction, they'll think I'm going after the Callah. What am I going to do? And he reaches around and he finds a jar. He opens a jar and he fills it. What can he do? Covers it up. He's humiliated. And the next morning, he's just too humiliated to talk about it. He gets on his horse and wagon and he goes home. 6 weeks then pass. And he meets his future father-in-law. It's the ground has thawed, it's now spring. He meets him in the town, and the man says, David, why don't you come and call on your Callah? She's looking for you. He says, well, in the light of day, I can tell you the truth about what happened that night because I'm so embarrassed. He says, what happened? He says, I told him the whole story. And the man says, oi, you should live and be healthy. You have solved for me the problem. For 6 weeks, I'm hollering at my wife, it's shit. And she says, it's marmalade, eat it.